Alright, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the Big Rig. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep it between the lines. Got your load secure. Alright, let's get into a scary trucker story.
I've always appreciated the open road. There's something about just driving, getting away from it all that appeals to me. Back in June 2009, I was trucking down a long stretch of highway just outside of Ames, Iowa, when I first crossed paths with my tormentor. At first, that particular day was typical. My name's Ethan Miller, and I'm a truck driver. I take pride in my job. It's honest work and allows me to see the world beyond the confinements of a regular 9-to-5 gig.
I agree.
Around noon, I pulled over at a dingy diner for lunch. You know the type. Worn linoleum floors, grease-stained napkin dispensers, and a waitress named Marge who wore a disarming smile.
Oh man, those little small diners out in the middle of nowhere. Dog. Man, honestly, that's where you get some of the best food, homes. Especially if you're gonna go for like some breakfast.
As I finished up my burger and fries, I overheard a conversation between two sheriff deputies about strange occurrences happening in the area. A string of brazenly committed crimes with no trace of the perpetrator. I dismissed this as idle gossip and went on my way. I climbed back into my truck with high hopes of reaching Nevada by tomorrow. My cargo that day comprised mostly fragile glassware heading west. Hours went by uneventfully as sun began to set. The scenery was pure serenity. Miles of open fields peppered with trees covered in leaves turning various shades of golds and yellows.
Yeah, man.
Suddenly, my truck failed.
Oh.
Frustrated but feeling up to the challenge, I hopped out and started inspecting the vehicle. After running through the usual checks, oil level, coolant temperature, tire pressure, I realized nothing appeared to be amiss. But then things took an unexpected turn for the worse. There on the ground beneath my left rear tire was a white streak, bone fragments and bits of flesh strewn across several yards of pavement.
Oh.
Panicking as scenarios raced through my head, I snatched up my CB radio to call for help. Then, a new voice crackled over the frequency, a soft, sandpaper-like whisper that sent a layer of goosebumps across my skin. Ethan, don't you know it's not polite to leave your cargo unguarded? My eyes shot up, scanning the horizon on both sides of the highway.
Damn. I mean, yeah, homie, the CB radio is not like using your phone. CB radio is open to anybody and everybody that has a CB radio, so everybody can go ahead and hear you. So anybody can just contact you back. Wow. All right.
But I saw nothing beyond fields and a few sparse trees surrounded by darkness. Who are you? What do you want? I stammered, clutching my makeshift weapon, a tire iron. The only response was sinister laughter that rasped through the speaker, echoing out into the night air. As if on cue, headlights approached, cutting through the remaining daylight like a knife. The engine hummed in my direction before the car came to an abrupt halt just 50 feet from me. I could see him now, tall and slim with angular features. His eyes seemed to hold untold depths of malice as they flickered in the glow of his vehicle's headlights. He was dressed in dark clothes, and he clutched something shiny in one twisted hand. A metallic glint suddenly revealed it to be a knife slick with blood. The man began to approach slowly, deliberately stalking closer as a predator does its prey. I had no choice but to grab any useful items from my cab and flee into the wooded area, sprinting alongside the highway. Every nerve screamed that he was still pursuing me. I could feel his presence like an itch between my shoulder blades, but I distanced myself from his hateful glare. My heart pounded hard enough that it felt on the brink of bursting out of my chest. Times like these make me wish I'd practiced running more than just driving. The trees blurred into streaks as I charged ahead carelessly, trying my best to stay alive and not trip over stray roots or fallen branches. With my legs aching and lungs burning, I managed to find a momentary reprieve in a small clearing. Under the canopy of branches, I caught my breath and surveyed my surroundings, desperately searching for any sign of help. Thankfully, I spotted a small cabin tucked away among the trees. As I cautiously approached the structure, my mind raced with thoughts of who might live there and whether they...
Exactly, man. Exactly. I mean, I think this driver's doing a lot of things wrong right here already. Now, he said he saw the dude with a knife, approaching him with a knife. If that is all he had, which you don't know, you know, he could have a gun tucked away, right, in his belt line or something. But if that's truly all he had, you said you had a tire iron. So, I mean, both of you are weaponed up, man. Running into the forest, right into the woods. Dog, you could go get lost in there. Now you see this cabin. You know, you don't know, man. It could be where this dude lives or something. So, let's see what happens. Or whoever's there could be aligned with this guy.
Could assist me in evading the relentless attacker. I hesitated at the door, but ultimately decided to knock, considering that this might be my only chance at survival. When the door swung open, an older man appeared, gazing at me with curiosity and concern etched on his face. "What brings you here? You seem to be in trouble," he said, taking note of my disheveled state. I managed to stutter a brief account of what had occurred. Much to my relief, the old man invited me inside without question. He offered me some water and assured me that I could stay as long as needed. "We'll call for help," he said.
Hey, you know, some people might have just gone like, "Hey, you're in trouble, get the heck out of here. I don't want you to bring trouble to the house."
Firmly as he handed me a glass. We soon discovered an unfortunate obstacle. There was no cell reception in this remote area, and the closest payphone was miles away. The cabin owner explained that he rarely needed to call anyone and hadn't bothered to install a landline. He mentioned the nearest police station wasn't too far. Perhaps we could go there early in the morning. His understanding demeanor provided solace as we exchanged stories late into the night. He had retired to this secluded place years ago after his wife's passing, seeking solitude and simplicity far from the turmoil of city life. As morning approached, we prepared to make our journey toward the police station. Just as we were about to leave the cabin, something reflective caught my eye through one of the windows, an unmistakable glint creeping from behind a tree. Suddenly filled with dread, I realized that the knife-wielding attacker had found me. He had tracked me down with an unsettling tenacity, proving how sinister and determined he truly was.
Wow.
The old man could sense my unease and joined me at the window. The sight of the pursuer took him aback, his face paling at the mere sight of my relentless stalker. He quickly locked the door, and we decided it was best to wait for him to leave before attempting any escape. Minutes felt like hours, before finally he disappeared from view. We crept out of the cabin fearfully but resolutely, never letting our guard down as we made our way to the safety of the police station.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's
Upon
gone.
arrival, we recounted the events in detail. I couldn't help but feel grateful for meeting a stranger who offered kindness and help when I needed it most. Authorities searched for the mysterious attacker, eventually apprehending a man who fit his description: deep-set eyes with malice lurking beneath, angular features casting sinister shadows on a lanky silhouette. In his possession was a blood-stained knife. As I continued my truck driving job, never again did I leave my cargo unguarded or fail to call for help when it seemed necessary. Life moved forward, haunted by fleeting memories of that terrifying night. But amidst that darkness emerged the resounding reminder of the old man's selflessness, an example of goodwill triumphing against all odds. With time, the incident faded into obscurity, but those productive bonds stayed etched in my memory. Every so often, while driving down a lonesome stretch of highway, nostalgia would set in, sending me back to that fateful night and offering a haunting reminder that danger can lurk around any corner.
Okay. Alright. Not really sure what happened to the truck and how it broke down, but he said he saw bone fragments and flesh, so not sure if you ever figured out what that was, if it was some animal or what. I guess this guy followed them from the diner that he was at, but you stayed there in the cabin with the old guy. I'm hoping he didn't go to sleep. And then you see the guy, the guy with the knife, or so-called attacker. You guys just wait in the cabin for him to leave. I mean, damn. But at the same time, well, no, because there's not enough information in the story to know. But they, man, getting off the road is probably not the smartest thing to do. I mean, it worked out for this guy. It worked out for him. But I'm not sure getting off the truck and running into the woods is a smart thing to do, man. But oh well, look, like I said, it worked out for him, so there you go. I'll leave you guys with that, man. As always, from me, that live your life like you're on the road, be aware of your surroundings, and always keep it safe. This is Blood. Make sure to live below. Until next time, this is the Joel Trucker. Over and out.